Welcome to the V. Lenore Show. Here, we will discuss lifestyle, beauty, celebrity gossip, and current events in our own way, my way, V style. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the show.
Hello, everybody. It is Friday. Thank God. It is Friday. I hope that you all are doing well. I am actually just coming out here to have just a little open chat, and I scheduled the live maybe an hour ago, and within the hour, all sorts of news has broken. About things that are happening on the internet, in the world, and what have you. Don't know what you guys have planned today. I actually have been taking it pretty easy. Got up, checked emails, really did not, I'll be honest, really didn't leave the bed per se. Still haven't been working from the bed. I thought, I'll get up, check the emails, send out some stuff that I need to. I'll have no face-to-face meetings scheduled today. Praise the Lord. I planned to take a shower at noon. Didn't do that yet. So I probably will as soon as we get done with this live. Let's see what else. I have a couple errands I'm going to run. But it looks like the weekend is going to probably be very interesting on the internet. What has recently, I guess, been released is this news about Tasha K and Cardi B. I just happened to see a little bit of Five Babes live. Shout out to Five Babe for going live. And when she went live, I was actually in another chat, another content creator, Peace Loves chat. Hey, Peace Love, if you're in here. And we were just having an open discussion over there, just about stuff in general. And then I saw Five Babe went live. And by the time I got over there, because I needed to take care of a couple things before my own 1 o'clock live, I heard a snippet. So I don't know if she read the entire injunction. As once she closed out her live, I'm over here still trying to send out some emails and stuff. I see Infamous Sylvia was live. Hey, Infamous Sylvia, shout out to her. Okay, because Infamous Sylvia, why you fooling, was actually in the courtroom every day of the trial for, what was that, about 3 weeks or so. She was there every day, one of the first people in the courtroom, and stayed to the very end. She was so kind to come each night, she and Choke No Joke. And also want to give a shout out to Dennis Byron. All three of them did excellent reporting. Oh, and the lead attorney. Lead attorney wasn't there every day, but he was, he had all of these people, actually, with the exception of maybe Choke No Joke. I don't know if he showed up on the channel, but the other people, Dennis Byron and Infamous Sylvia, they were there. And Choke No Joke, as I mentioned, they were there every single day. They all gave great reporting. And, it's great to hear different perspectives. But what I will say is, while they may have had slightly different perspectives, they all shared the very same facts. Okay. And they kept their opinions separate from the facts. And I can appreciate that in a blogger. I hope to be that way. I really do strive to be that way when I'm on the things that excite me or upset me or, just inspire me. I try to always tell the facts. And then I try to let you know, okay, this is what I feel personally. And look, I'm open to the fact that sometimes what I feel personally may not be what you're supposed to feel. I have no shame in my game about telling people that, look, I might be wrong. And I know that this is something I have to work on in myself, but this is how I feel. And I think that when you can do that with yourself, that does suggest that you're open to correction and that you're open to learning and growing and evolving. And I am open to always growing and evolving. God knows the person I am today is not the person I was 5 years ago, not the person I was 10 years ago, definitely not the person I was 20 years ago. So, hopefully we're always trying to learn and evolve and grow and learn from those mistakes, and don't be afraid to make them. And sometimes we fall on our face in front of others, and that can be embarrassing. But in the same way they were watching you fall, trust me, their eyes will be on you when you rise again. And the best revenge, I've been told, is success. So you just keep on striving, keep on getting up, and trust me, everybody has their day when they fall on their face. But anyway, how did I get there? Okay, I was talking about Tasha K, Infamous Sylvia, and Five Babes reporting. Okay, great. So Five Babe, like I said, I heard the tail end of what she was sharing about Cardi B going, actually submitting the injunction proposal to impact Tasha K's channel. I jumped over there. Like I said, I was trying to do emails, trying to get some work done before this 1 o'clock live, but I needed more details too. So while I was doing one thing, I turned on Infamous Sylvia, and they were over there with the actual court documents. Now, she sent them to me, so I'm happy to read them, but I don't know if did Five Babe read everything? And then again, everybody that's on Five Babe's channel isn't necessarily going to be on mine, so maybe I can read them. But before I do that, let me say hi to the chat. Hi, Sagittarius Queen. Welcome. Welcome. Hey, December baby. Thank you for dropping down in the chat. And to the people in my bushes, hey to y'all too. Smooches, you are welcome to drop in my chat. Now, this is one of the things I had initially planned to chat about, and that is when I was on Peace Love's channel. We were kind of having a discussion. Peace Love was talking about it as well, and we were having a discussion in the chat about being labeled parts of different sectors and why people choose to say they're not this and they're not that. Look, I'm saying that over here, my channel is a neutral ground, okay? Because honestly, I have no desire to talk about folks who are not necessarily notable figures. I mean, there may be times when we talk about stuff going in our lives, and we might want to comment about an experience we had in another chat without disparaging the content creator, of course. But what I will say is, I just want people to come over here and have fun, share their experiences, share their thoughts, and feel that you can do that. And when we are here, look, when we're here, it's about whatever we're talking about here in this moment, and it's not about any beefing that's going on outside of here. I just want you to know that the people that I am tied to, if you will, on YouTube, they are all fully aware of where I stand with that, and they are open to that. They understand, so please feel free to drop down out the chat. Let me acknowledge Just Kimmy. I don't know if she's in the clouds. I don't know if she's here, but one thing Just Kimmy does that I really appreciate too is that she actually does speak to everybody she can in the chat. And she has actually been doing very well with her numbers. So that's a lot of people sometimes in the chat. And she tries to acknowledge each and every one. She tries her best to acknowledge each and every comment. And I can respect that. I try to, but sometimes, the chat can throw your butt off. You have, a plan of what you want to talk about, and then you start looking, and anyway, what you talking about, December babe? What I got it? Really? He did a video about me. I don't know why. He don't know me. Anywho, and you see how much I can tell. Child, that man, I don't know about him. Anywho, hey, peace, love. Hey, Lisa girl, welcome to the channel. Welcome. Thank you for being a newbie to my channel. I hope that you will come and enjoy the content. Peace, love. Hey, thank you for coming over. And Lou A, hi, how are you? Welcome. Hey, Shawty. So, December baby, you said, okay, let me read this. What happened between us? Ain't nothing happened between us. I've never even had a conversation with this man. What'd he say, girl? What do you say? I think I did mention something. Oh, I know what it was. I bet I know what it was. Yesterday, Duchess was talking. He was teasing Kiki. And he said something about Kiki is Babe Nation. I said, Kiki ain't Babe Nation. Child. Am I wrong? Is that a lie? Did I tell a lie? He ain't Babe Nation. You know, I don't know. I ain't even talking about the man. Y'all was in DKL Live and he said that you said he was. He's not. Is he? Is he? I mean, if he says he is, I guess. Mm-hmm. I mean, I don't know. Is he not blocked anymore in the chat over there? Like, how you Babe Nation, but you always getting blocked over there? That's what I don't understand. So I'm wrong for stating a fact. I don't know. And maybe he is back over there. I don't know. I hadn't noticed. So who was that? Somebody got him blocked. A Babe Nation person was like, hey, well, I guess that person's not Babe Nation anymore either, huh? Mm-hmm. It was no lie told, but he called you. Oh, okay. I'm a white lady. Look, you know what? Do you think that faces me? Am I? And is that an insult? I'm just saying. I am definitely not that. And let's be very clear, Mr. Kiki. I saw you one day. This was on New Year's Eve, as a matter of fact. I was co-hosting over at King Roman News's channel, just to be clear. I was over there and we were, doing like he had a list of, the top, things that happened in 2021. So we were kind of running down those things. Now he came over there, he came on the channel, he complimented me. He said, "You're beautiful and it's nice to meet you." And I just said, "Hi, nice to meet you too." That was the only interaction we had. In the chat, I saw that he made statements like, "Oh, she's sweet, questioning what had gone on, with me and Sir King, and said, he's talking about her. She's so sweet, lady, da, 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 saying nice things, right? Fast forward 2 days later, he's in Spill It Boys chat talking about, yeah, he was talking about I was co-hosting, but was calling me Terrence Davis and Michael Jackson. For real? Okay. Okie dokie. So now I'm Terrence Davis and Michael Jackson. I had said nothing about this man. And now I'm supposed to give a damn about what he thinks. Child, bye. I cannot with a liar. That's the first thing I can't do. I cannot. You lying, you making up stories, you're coming and making up. Look, if you want my attention, just come over here and talk to me. I'll talk to you. I'll give you my attention. Come on over here. You're not blocked. In fact, nobody's blocked. I think there's a couple of obviously bots or something that was showing up in my chat. They're blocked, but nobody is blocked over here. Literally, no one really is blocked. So if he wants to come over and have a conversation, he can do that. But, if you just have a crush on me, Kiki, is that what it is? Is it because we both know that you're too short and I don't do raccoons? Is that why you mad? Look, this is not what I want on my channel. See, this is not what I want on the channel. That's why I don't like to have too many open discussions, because I might go anywhere with my thoughts. Don't get it twisted, y'all. I'm a very nice person. I am. And I try my best to be respectful of others, but I don't do disrespect well, which is why I try not to beef. Because I don't know how to beef with you today and be cool with you tomorrow. Not really. I don't. I will say this. The biggest beef I've ever had on YouTube, the only real beef I've had on YouTube was with Sir King, right? Was that even that major? It really wasn't. You know what I'm saying? It really wasn't that deep, but I just didn't like the negativity that came out of it. And I felt a way about certain things that I was experiencing, and I vocalized that. I'm never afraid to vocalize my truth. But what I will say is, Sir King and I ain't even mad at each other now. Like when he dropped, what was it, about a month later, he drops down in this chat and we cool. Valentine's Day, I went over there and flirted with him in his chat for a hot second. So we're cool. We're cool. I'm just not a fighter in that way, but I will. And I don't want to. Okay. That's just not who I am in my heart. Okay. I really am a lover. Call me Michael Jackson. I am a lover and not a fighter. Okay. That's who I really am. Anyway, let me go through here. What you say? Yep, it was no lie. Okay. Hell no, you know Kiko got. Yeah, he go ahead and vent then. And if I am the topic of his conversation, if that's gonna bring some people over here, keep talking about me, boo. Because here's the thing. It's not what someone says you are. It's not what someone says you do. It's what you do. And you're going to have to pull the receipts, boo. If I did something to you, then pull the receipt. And if your only issue with me is the fact that I said you're not Babe Nation, I don't think I spoke a lie. Okay? I don't think I spoke a lie. You threatened to kill this woman and her child. See, Five Baby's a better woman than me in that way. Because you can't make that kind of threat to me and I'd be okay with you. And I'm not saying she's okay with him, but I'm telling you, if you told me you were going to kill me and my child, you're never going to have access to me. You hear me? You're not going to have access to anything that has to do with me. And then that's not where you left it. You went and you talked about somebody else. I ain't got no time for the things that you say. So if you have a problem with me because I said that a group that I consider that I am a part of, okay? Because I love Babe Nation, all right? I'm a day oneer. And in my eyes, you are not. So whatever, okay? Just be you. Stand alone. Okay. High talent. You say, I mean, look, peace, love. I'm just saying, to be quite honest, when people start picking with you out of nowhere, when you're really not even doing anything, you're not mentioning them, you're minding your own business, I'm like, why y'all noticing me? And look, you're noticing me, the avatar. I didn't even show my face for about after 3 years of being here, and only showed it once in a matter of a year after that. I came on live, or maybe a year and a half after that. So I come on out here and I show my face. So I'm not a vain person. Don't get it twisted. I'm not vain. I'm very low maintenance in some ways. And I'm not conceited. But when someone, especially a guy, starts picking with you and they want your attention, it reminds me of being a little girl and that boy has a crush on you and he starts pulling your pigtails. That's all I'm saying. It's giving me pigtail tease. And I cut my hair for a reason, so you can't pull on mine. All right. That's all I'm saying. Yeah. Yeah, let me tell y'all something. So we're clear. I am 5'9.5", nearly 5'10". And with heels, I'm definitely 6 feet. I'm a tall glass of water, baby. Okay? I'm a tall glass of water. Now, you probably can take in more water than most because you have less teeth to fight through. But nevertheless, see, this is why. This is why I don't want to come out here talking sugar out here about people. See, because I'm sorry. My tolerance is low. Yeah, too short in height. I bet. Talent. She doesn't have exactly. I ain't got no pigtails, baby. So stop tugging on me. Okay. Hi, honey. Okay, now let me make sure. I want to pronounce your name correctly. We had a beautiful conversation over there in Peace Love Chat. Can you phonetically spell out your name? Is it Aisha? I just want to make sure. Or is it Asicia? Asicia? Or is it Aisha? Let me know. Let me know. All right. So glad you're here, by the way. Hey, talent figure. Nah, I ain't got no pigtails, figuratively or literally. Okay. All right. I ain't got them. So leave me alone. Just leave me alone. All right. All right. So, anywho, right, December baby. It's not, what they call you is what you answer to. And anybody, I don't care what you say, I don't care about the complexion. If you got a problem with the complexion of my skin, you better take it up with God. Okay. Now that is not my battle to fight. It's obviously a personal problem that you have, and you need to take it up with the God that created me. All right. What I will tell you though, baby, no one who knows me, no one who hears my voice, no one who has ever heard me speak on my life or this country or my experiences would ever tell you I'm a white girl. They're not going to say that. So go ahead, boo. And if you think I look like Terrence Howard, I like it. He fine as hell. I like it. He does look like people in my family. Okay. If you say I look like Michael Jackson, okay. I look like Michael. Sound like greatness to me. You say I look like greatness, baby. I'll take it. I'll take it, honey. Don't get look. Y'all got me over here talking trash today on a Friday. Y'all haven't even heard me speak like this, really. But I'm serious. I ain't got time for the foolishness. Oh, yes, Aisha. Okay, Aisha, thank you. Thank you, Aisha. Thank you so much for coming over and joining us today. Okay, so with that said, so what? So he's talking about me. Let me see how long the video is. I want to go see. Did I really move him to that level? He has a whole video about me? Okay. You're definitely, oh, thank you, peace, love, and you're a beauty too. Thank you. I appreciate it. And I appreciate that. I appreciate that. That's all I'll say. I appreciate that so much. But let me see. Kiki. What's his channel name anyway? Is it Kiki? Oh, it's Ken Nola, right? There we go. Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. So he just mentioned it. Okay, I don't get a whole video. Well, damn, you must not be crushing too hard. I didn't get a whole video about me. Okay, so you slid me in somewhere. When did he talk about it? Yesterday? Was it yesterday? Let's see. Oh, y'all talking to each other. What y'all talking about? Working and listening. Hey, Onyx Blue, welcome, honey. Thank you for stopping by. We ain't talking about nothing. We're just shooting shit on a Friday. I'm so happy it's Friday. I'm so happy. I'm so happy it's Friday. Kiki, I am looking at your page, though. You know what? Your wife is pretty. Your wife is pretty. She is. Okay. Y'all, you be all over. You look like y'all in love and stuff. That's nice. Oh, your little girl is cute. Oh, look at y'all. Y'all a good looking family. Look, I ain't got shit to say. What you want me? Look, you see how I did that? I'm honest. Good looking. Good looking. Okay. All right. So, any plans this weekend? Do I have any plans? Yes and no. I'm creating on some. Oh, peace, love, girl. Okay, let me tell you something. Okay, to answer your question, do I have plans? Yeah, I'm gonna be creating, organizing. I got a lot of things I'm trying to accomplish this weekend, to be honest, personally and professionally, trying to get done. But you, my darling, You, peace, love. I have a surprise for you. So I will find out probably later today or over the weekend when I can present the surprise. But it's a good one, y'all. It's a good one. And peace, love, you're part of it. You just don't know. I'm so excited. So that's what I'm doing. What y'all doing this weekend? Tell me in the chat what y'all do. So it's National Art Week. I'm going to try to catch some art sales. Oh, wow. You know what? I have a couple of friends that are excellent artists. I wonder if they are. Let me check on that. See if they're selling some stuff. Nice. Real Master. I love me some real girl. I fell in love with you. Just hearing your sensible commentary. Whose chat was that? I can't, you know what I'm talking about because I brought it up to you, and I don't want to bring up old crap, but just hearing you speak so sensibly. Oh, I know what it was. We know what it was. It was in the Zoom. I really, really appreciate you. You're a smart person. I really do. I like smart people. I like smart people. I can't. Yay! Peace, love. You're gonna scream when I tell you. You're gonna scream. That's all I had to say. Okay. Okay. So, and then peace, love. You said you're doing the there was something I wanted to talk to you about covering with like doing another review with you on. And it was something. Look, did you guys okay. I know I'm late. I know that I'm late. I watched King Richard last night for the first time. I cried 60% of that movie. I was, even when there weren't sad parts or anything, I was so freaking inspired. And I'm tired of Will Smith breaking me down like that all the time because he did the same thing in Pursuit of Happiness. And I love Pursuit of Happiness. Chris Gardner is one of my idols in many ways, to be quite honest. I absolutely adore. Peace, love. You have not seen it? You have not seen it? Oh, hi, Real Master. Thank you, sweetie. Thank you. You have not seen it? Girl, can you watch that this weekend? Because this is what I'm thinking about too, peace, love. Why don't we do like an Oscars review? I think the Oscars are, and when I say Oscars review, I'm saying let's watch the 5 or however many movies were nominated for Best Picture. And maybe I should look at the list first before I commit to every one of the movies. But it would be kind of cool if we watched all the movies and then gave our own pre-Oscars predictions or something. Because I think this year the Oscars, well, wait, are the Grammys? I think the Grammys were moved to April. I don't know when the Oscars are. So we have to check. But would you be interested in doing that? That would be kind of cool. But King Richard, when I tell y'all, I was messed up in the first 6 minutes of the movie. I was boo-hooing already. I was like, I don't know if I can do this tonight. I literally was so welled up with emotion. And like I said, Will Smith, he is a phenomenal actor. He's getting better and better and better. And when he was in Pursuit of Happiness, and that was, that movie came out over 10, 12 years ago. I've seen it a million times, and I promise you, I've probably cried 80% of the times I watched it. Like, it moves me. And I feel like King Richard would do the same thing. And I am definitely going to watch it again and probably this weekend. So if you want to cover King Richard, I would love for us to do as many of those Oscar-nominated movies and then kind of give our take on it. What you think about that? Well, think about it, peace, love. I know you got a lot already on your plate and you're planning out your own content, but think about that. I think that would be kind of fun. Oh wait, hold on. Let me read some of these comments. You haven't heard of what? King Richard? Is that what you're saying? Aisha, if you're talking about King Richard with Will Smith, it's the story of Venus and Serena Williams's father and their journey to, their iconic levels that they have obtained. He was that girl. That movie was good, and more good. I can't begin to tell you. I just can't. Yes. It is so good. The dedication that he had to those girls had me bawling to yes. And when I tell you, look, I'm almost about to cry talking about it. I'm just so amazed at what we are able to accomplish when nothing is handed to us. Nothing is handed to us. And, let me just go ahead and say it. Look, I'm very clear that Kiki and others see me as a very fair complected woman, and they think that because of that, my life is easy. It is not. I am a Black woman. I have a Black woman's experience. Now, I'm not oblivious to the fact that colorism is real and that there are people that have privilege because of complexion, but having some level of privilege means that, okay, now you have a responsibility too. So sure, doors have been open to me. I know that there are certain doors that I've been able to walk through, but trust me, you got to be able to maintain your status when you're there. You got to be able to show up. You got to be smart. You have to be able to perform. Nothing is handed to us, and I'm still having to work 2 and 3 times harder than my white counterparts. Don't get it twisted. I'm a whole Black woman out here having a whole Black woman experience, and in the moments that privilege does come and happen on my behalf, I am very well aware that it is my responsibility to now bring along another brother or sister whenever I can and open that door and that opportunity to someone else. So don't get it twisted, boo-boo. Don't get it twisted. And in that movie, that just showed me how amazing it is that we have been able to accomplish so much when that man didn't have the money. That man had a dream, and he had persistence and determination, and he had the well-being of his girls in mind, all of his kids. And like he said, this house has future lawyers and doctors and athletes, champions in that house. And he built those women. He built them. He and that wife, they did their thing. They did a phenomenal job with those girls. And I'm so proud of them. I'm so proud of them. And people like to question your smarts because of your color. They think because you haven't had an experience that you can't. I felt like they were judging him because of his lack of education and maybe the way in which he spoke. Doesn't matter. That man was smart, and he was determined. He was strong. And all of the things in life that had tried to beat him down. And like he said, he didn't want to watch his father run away. When he saw he was being hurt and his father ran off and left him and didn't protect him, he never wanted his girls to feel like that. When I tell y'all got to watch this movie. That's all I got to say. You got to watch it. Yeah, I don't know if it's still on HBO Max now. I think it's gone. But I saw it another way. That's all I'm saying. I saw it somewhere else. Oh my God. She said, oh my God, I have 7 lives already set up. Really BTV would. Okay. Sounds good. I like that idea. I will, if really BTV, if you're here, I will definitely reach out to you. We could definitely do that. It is so good, y'all. It is so good. Hi, Brooklyn Star. Hi, honey. How are you? Welcome. Thank you for stopping by. Yes, I didn't know about it. I'm going to watch it. Oh gosh. Mm-mm-mm. And now Will's up for best actor. I think he's going to get it. Now, speaking of the Oscars, though, let me say this. I am very, very, very upset that Jennifer Hudson was not nominated. She was snubbed. I thought she did a very good job with Aretha. So I'm surprised she didn't get a nom. Yes. It's always moving to see love shown from a Black man to his daughter. Yes. Yes. And I love seeing, I think, I think the mother and father ended up eventually divorcing. If I'm wrong, forgive me. But I think they did eventually divorce. But the fact that you could see that there was love there. They had a partnership. They did a phenomenal job. That's all I got to say. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I had one child, and that wore me all the way out. Okay, and he was a good kid, so he was good. But it was just trying to maintain everything. And I was a single mom, for a while, and it was, now I had a lot of help. I'm not gonna even get it twisted. I had my mother and father were right here helping me every step of the way. So my kid didn't have one parent. He had about five. Why you fooling? Because I had a husband at one time that was a stepdad that wasn't a stepdad. He was truly a bonus dad and still is. Even though we're divorced, he and my son have a wonderful relationship. He and his father have a wonderful, they're super duper tight. And, and again, like I said, I had my mother and father, so I had a lot of help and I was still worn out. So the fact that they, with so little, did so much, it's amazing. It's just freaking amazing. Said the best, my skin color ain't did no favor. Now, I'll be honest, they have done some favors. Now, maybe she may not realize it, but I bet it has done some favors. I'm not going to sit here and pretend, but I see people when they do stuff. I see them. See, they got the wrong one. I'm Angela Davis all day. I am, y'all. Is Angela Davis a white woman? I'm just asking. Nikki Giovanni, she a white woman? I'm just asking. Okay. Now, and honestly, I wonder, I don't even know if well, anyway, we know them people ain't white. I'm just saying. And I think that let me go back to this for a second. I think that while it does some favors, trust me, no white person looks at me and thinks I'm their equal from a color standpoint. You know what I'm saying? And nobody thinking I'm white. That's crazy. It's a shame we still having these discussions. It's just dumb to me, but whatever. Honey, my goal in life is to sit in the stands cheering my son on. Yes, tennis mom. I was a basketball mom. I told y'all I'm 5'9.5". His dad's 6'2.5". My son is right at that too. So yeah. I hear you. I love cheering for him in the stands. Still Black. That's how you move through this. I ain't got no choice. What else I'm gonna do? These people that walk around and think that they're not. Look, I'm gonna tell you something, and we can have this. This can be a great conversation for another day. Okay. So remember at the top of this live, I said to y'all that I am willing to tell my truth, even when I know my truth might not be right. Okay. So this is one of these moments. So I'm about to be transparent with you. I have a problem with people who think that biracial kids are not Black, because I'm a little old school where this is concerned. Okay. I feel that they are Black. I feel that in some ways. And oh, you know what? Let me finish that thought in a second, because Brooklyn Star is in here, and you tell me, Brooklyn Star, this would be a great conversation for us. You can put it in the chat or whatever you want to do. Let me read a couple more of these comments. I'm gonna come back to that. I'm gonna tell you why I have a, and I'm working on it. I'm working on it. I can be honest and say I could be wrong about this, and times have changed, and maybe I need to adjust my thinking, but I'm just being honest. That's I'm going to tell you all what I think in a second. Hold on. Imagine being a fair-skinned mom to dark-skinned children and having to fight for their place in the world while trying to build them up. Colorism is definitely real. Absolutely. Let me tell you this. My mother, who was not, now mind you, my mother wasn't fair complected at all. She was like a medium brown, you know. She was like a, you know, she wasn't light skinned. She wasn't dark skinned. You know, she's probably right at that brown paper bag, okay. But when I was if y'all think I look like a white girl now, which is redonkulous. I really did when I was born. And my mother was stopped repeatedly, and questioned about why she had this white baby with her. Okay. Had she taken somebody's baby? Ridiculous. People are so freaking ignorant. Now, mind you, that was a different time. But I think it still happens in some cases. And colorism is real. And even with it, you know, colorism is real. It is. And when you know it's real, you have to do better. And if you know it's real, you can't fall prey to it. And if it's real and you are fair complected, you need to understand, walk in that privilege, then walk in it, but you better do something with it. It can't be just about you. It can't be just about you. Look, people make big mistakes if they ever let me in the door thinking I'm going to be the subdued. Look, I have gotten better over the years. I'm not complacent at all, but I've gotten better over the years about how I address things. But trust me, the bubbling that happens in my spirit and my soul for my people, and when I hear ignorant, racist, you know, remarks and things of that nature, or I feel that white privilege is showing up and trying to disrespect my people, I speak on it. So if they ever bring me in the room, they got the right one. That's all I got to say. That's all I got to say. Thank you, Louie. Yes. I know people aren't big fans of Kanye West, but his documentary on Netflix is very inspirational as well. It also shows how imperative having a supportive parent is. Yes. I'm going to watch it. I hate him. Now, I don't hate nobody. That's a lie. I don't hate him. I don't care for him. But I am going to watch it. Mm-hmm. Yep. There's my baby. Hi, Shell Loves. Shell Loves. You know what I want to do, but okay, I ain't going to do it. You know what I want to do, though. Okay, what we talked about. You know what I want to do. I could do it right this second, but I'm not going to, because you told me no. Don't judge me. I still haven't watched oh, my Lord. Aisha, I cannot with you, okay? Are you the white girl? I'm not the white girl. Do I need to take your black card? I'm just asking. I know we just met, but girl, okay? No, if that was an interesting movie too. Now, I'll be honest. I think you should watch the Aretha, the movie with Jennifer Hudson, but you better also watch Genius Aretha. That was on, y'all, if you know, put it in the chat. It was a limited series. It was like 4 episodes. It was so freaking good. And I feel that one is probably closer to the truth. I think you have to look at both of them because you're going to get the grit. You're going to get the real grit. Courtney B. Vance plays her father in the TV version. You got to get it. The grit of it all. You're going to die. But the other one I think is also good because the family is responsible for the Aretha movie with Jennifer Hudson. So I think you have to watch both to get the real story and kind of, just sort of think about it and figure out what you think is true and what's not. I just think that sometimes, and I get it, that's your right as a family. There's certain secrets you're going to want to keep secret. And I get it. That's your business. That's your personal business. But if you want to tap into what some of those secrets might be or what the answers might be to those secrets, you might want to check out Genius Aretha because they really lay it out. They really do. It was really, really good. Yes. Okay, no, I am not in the South. Do I sound like I'm okay, let me say this. When I'm speaking like this, do I still sound like I'm from the South? Because what I do have a habit that when I'm speaking, like when I'm just having casual conversation and I'm being a little sassy with it, the Southern does come out. Both of my parents are from the South. I was born and raised in the North, in the Midwest specifically. But both of my parents, my dad was from Georgia, my mom from Alabama. I spent every summer until I was 13 in Georgia, and every spring break with my family in Georgia. I eventually moved to Atlanta and lived there for 6 years. One of my very best friends is in Atlanta, who I talk to, and I probably sound like. So, actually, okay. Y'all want another confession? All right, confession. So the young lady that came on that I interviewed from Wells Fargo, D, my best friend. Okay. So she is in Atlanta. So does she sound Southern? Now she's from Florida and lives in Georgia. Does she sound Southern? Because she and I speak a lot alike when we're talking and stuff. So I do go there. So no, I'm not from the South, but I am of the South. Okay. I don't care to watch Aretha if they're not telling me who impregnated. You need to watch Genius Aretha. I'm telling you, it's over there. It's over there. They talk about it over there. Kinda. Yeah. They go there. But Brooklyn Star, I'm coming back to you in a hot second. December baby, yes, watch. Yes, you have to. Y'all just talking to each other. Okay. I'll get Shell's conversation. My kids never question when they are with their dad, but all day I get looks and question. My son is my complexion with straight hair and white features, daughter lighter than dad. Oh, really? Okay, so this is my question for you here. Actually, let me get through some of these comments. Stopping by. It's just thank you. You got it, chill. Welcome. Thank you for coming. My mom is your complexion and my dad is on the total opposite end. I can honestly say I don't receive the privilege. Yeah, well, here's the thing though. You know what's funny about privilege? Unless you are being conscientious about it, you're not going to notice it. That is why white people don't even think that they have privilege. Like they know they have privilege, but that is why they can overlook an experience that you are having, even though they could be right there with you when you're having it. And they may not see what you see. You know why? Because of their privilege. So here's what I will tell you. I would bet you have privilege. Look, we all have some level of privilege. Some of us are more educated than others. Some of us came from more money than others. Some of us had opportunities to be a part of certain organizations that others have not. Some of us have have jobs and have the ability to hold jobs that others cannot. We all have some level of privilege. Some of us have the use of all of our physical mechanics of our body, have the use of our full faculties of our mind. Others do not. We all hold some level of privilege. So realize that. But you know why we don't notice it all the time until it's smack dab in our face. Now, if you're in front of someone who is physically disabled, you're not physically disabled. You hold a privilege that that they don't have. But then again, they may have privileges too that you don't have. So it happens. And I think that what I think another good documentary to watch, and I don't know if it's still available on Netflix. It's old, but it's I think it's called White Privilege, and it's Chelsea Handler. She did it. Now I'm not a fan of Chelsea Handler. Don't get me twisted. But I'd heard about the documentary, and when I tell you I had a different appreciation for her because she actually did the documentary. For one, she didn't have to, and that she highlighted things in her own experience of where she didn't realize just how much power she had. She didn't recognize her white privilege. And so she went out and started interviewing other white folks and asking them, did they think they had white privilege? Did they think that that existed? So that's a good documentary to watch. It's kind of funny at times, and it's shocking. It's like, wow, these white people don't get it. They don't get it, y'all. And don't be mad because they don't get it. Because the truth is, there are privileges that we all possess, and we just don't get it either until we have to. So, hey, Shell Loves, I love you too, boo boo. Shell Loves she is love. How about that? I think Black people as a community need to acknowledge how much emphasis we put on complexion. Yeah, my son is a lighter complexion, and you'll be surprised. I have family not to have to tell them not. Okay. So let me say this. This is what is interesting about people. People will tell on themselves. People will say things like, oh, I bet she thinks she's better. Or I think because they're light skinned. Did that person bring up their color, or did you bring up their color? And that's what's amazing to me. People who don't know me at all, haven't even tried to get to know me, haven't even listened to me speak. If you hear me speak, I hope you hear my heart. And I hope you know, y'all got it twisted out here. I hear people all the time bringing up complexion when there's no grounds for it, especially online. Like, I really don't get that online, especially when you're behind avatars and stuff. The weirdness of it all. And I've had friends, people who say they're your friends, people who are your family, who will make comments like that. Now, I'll be honest, I never had family members say anything. And my family, when I tell you, we have the darkest of the darkest and the lightest of the lights. And we don't really talk about it in my family. I have one cousin who just teases a little bit here and there, but he don't mean no harm by it because his wife is light skinned. His daughter is too. And he just likes to tease, us when we're all together. But outside of that, he does not. I mean, nobody talks about complexion in my family, but it does come out when I'm around friends or people who are not friends. And it's very telling. It's almost as if that is your insecurity and you're trying to project that onto other people. And so we have to be honest. What are our insecurities? And some of those insecurities may be justified, or they may not be correct, but they may be justified as to why you feel insecure based upon your experiences. And I can respect that, but I think we all have to do some self-reflection and figure out why do we have problems with the things we have problems with, and especially with folks who didn't do anything to you. You may be taking out your experience that you have with someone else on this new person. It's a lot. Of course, it is in a joking, fun manner, but it's making him notice things. Exactly. I'll be honest. Like I said, it really wasn't talked about in my family at all. Now I can go in hindsight and think about as a kid growing up that that may have been why I was teased at times by certain people. Like when you see kids doing things in hindsight, I'm thinking, well, maybe that did have something to do with complexion. But I honestly didn't really notice complexion. And I did not notice. And I tell people this all the time. I didn't even know I was light skinned until I got to college. I just didn't. Nobody was talking about it. But when I got to college, it was a thing. And then when I moved to Atlanta, it got really bad. I was like, those people down there. Now, that is where I saw colorism for real, for real. All right. Now, it's the Black Mecca. I love it. I feel like it's Wakanda. Okay. Forever. And I love Atlanta. And I've heard it has changed over the years. So, I'm not talking about necessarily today's Atlanta, but the Atlanta I knew and experienced, I loved it so much and it inspired me so much. And, but I did notice colorism when I was there. And that was when people started making me very, very mindful of my own complexion. And I remember a friend of mine had come with me. I had moved away from Atlanta, and one of my good girlfriends, she was living somewhere else, and I was living where I am now. And we flew to Atlanta for my birthday, and I had like this big birthday dinner. And when we left, my girlfriend said, and she's light skinned too, but she said, you know what? I am so tired of people talking about your complexion. I said, thank you. And it's like people don't even understand what that's all. If that's supposed to be a dig, I don't feel way about it. Like if you think bringing up the fact that I'm light skinned is supposed to be some kind of dig at me, what you want me to do with that? What you want me to do? It's dumb. It's dumb. We need to do better. My oldest looks mixed because of background. Okay, so this is what I wanted to ask. No, I'm asking because I'm in the oh yes. I don't know where you live, but I'm telling you, when I got to Atlanta, because it can be a little elitist down there at times, depending upon who you're rolling with. But it was definitely a thing there. It was a thing. Now, the weird thing, I told you guys, I've spent a lot of time in Europe. I used to live over there for about 3 years. And honey, there were people over there. I did not know that they did not know that I was Black. See, that's the thing. Sometimes things are happening around you and you don't even know it's going on. And that's the truth. I didn't even know. Uh-oh. Wait, I didn't read the comment. Her daddy impregnated her right here. And oh, Jesus. Oh, you're in Memphis? That's what. Oh, Jesus. Mm-hmm. You got to watch it. No, I think you should watch it, girl. Yes, it's so good. Okay, so Brooklyn Star, what I wanted to ask you was this. Do your children see themselves as biracial or Black? And I'll tell you why I'm asking. For me, I grew up understanding and thinking and believing and knowing that if you got, I do kind of follow the one drop rule, not because white folks told me I had to, but because to me, I think that that's the beauty of our Blackness. I feel like you can't mix up with us and we not show up somewhere. It's going to show up eventually. That's the power in our bloodline, in our gifting, in our abilities, in our physical makeup. I mean, just everything about us. And so I kind of grew up believing, not kind of, my belief is if you are biracial, you Black. That's how I see it, because that's how the world's going to treat you. Now, will the biracial children have privileges? Of course they will. But if they understand that their Blackness in some ways will be used against them, and their whiteness, if you will, is potentially going to provide them with opportunity, then they have to use that power to educate folks and to inspire folks. That's just my belief. It could be wrong. I have a problem. So I know now the newer generations are very adamant. I didn't notice this until my adult life that, there are so many Black people who don't want biracial people to be considered Black. And there's so many biracial people who don't want to be considered Black. They want to be considered biracial. I'm trying to respect that. I ain't got no choice. I got to respect how somebody else feels about themselves. I just know that because that biracial child is not a white child, their experience is going to align more with Blackness than it will whiteness. That's just what I see. That's just what I know. And to answer everyone's question that may be wondering, I am not biracial. Okay, I'm just light skinned. Talk to God if you got a problem with it. Okay, so I'm not biracial. All right. Now, I did learn at 18 that my dad was biracial. I didn't even know. I was like between 16 and 18. I told that story earlier, like I think a couple months ago. But yeah, I didn't even know. I was like, wait, what? What you mean? What you mean? I had no idea. And I'm looking at this light-skinned man all my life. And because we just never talked about his father, he knew who his father was and everything, but we just didn't talk about it. And he wasn't a part of his life in that way. And I didn't care. And it was hearing he and his two siblings having a conversation about something that happened when they were kids. And they said something about the father. And come to find out the man was white. I said, what? And they all looked at me like I was cuckoo. Like, what? How come you didn't know this? What? So anyway. So I just wonder. Hold on. So, yeah. Well, they say allegedly, my oldest gets reversed. That's what I'm saying, y'all. It's so funny because I hear people talk about colorism, and the thought is that colorism can only be one way, that it has to be the light skin privilege is oppressing the darker complexions. I got news for you. I have been dogged. I've been talked about. Kiki over there talking about me now. What? Why? Because I'm light skinned? But I just don't understand what the insult is. Tell me. If you're dark skinned and you call me, if I'm dark skinned and you call me dark skinned, is that supposed to be an insult? Honey, let me tell y'all something right now. My son's father is a deep, dark, beautiful chocolate. Okay. His sister, his mama, his mother was a lighter brown. His dad, his sister, his whole side of the family, which is he's half Liberian. They are dark. And when I tell you the gorgeousness of their skin, the beauty in that chocolate, honey. So, and when I was pregnant, I was praying for a chocolate baby boy. Do you hear me? That looked like his dad. That's what I really wanted. Now, what I ended up getting was a caramel colored version of his dad. But I was hoping for a deep, dark chocolate, baby. And right now, that's the only type of Hershey's I eat. So don't get it twisted. And that's not figuratively speaking. That was not supposed to be some metaphor. That's facts. I love Hershey's dark chocolate. Let's just be clear. I just want y'all to know. I keep going past. Yes, and her dad was a huge part of the local church. Yeah. Not the local church scene, honey. Let me go back. We're talking about Aretha now. Not the local church scene only, honey. He was nationally known. He was mega church before mega church was mega church. Okay. He was a celebrity preacher. Put it that way. Everybody who was anybody in the music business, in the civil rights business, everything came through his church. He was big, big, big. That's right. Okay, watching it now. Yes. Yeah, I want to know, Brooklyn Star, did you answer? I'm in Atlanta and I think it's becoming such a melting pot. It's not so bad. Well, good. Because it was a melting pot then. I used to find that nobody who I met, I only knew one girl who was literally born and raised in Atlanta. No, that's not true. Two of my friends, born and raised in Atlanta, but everybody else had come there from somewhere else, child. My family made a difference. I'm considered light skinned. However, on my maternal side, not so much. I had to address my family for calling my kids the endearing nicknames like chocolate. Gotcha. And I get it. I get it. And honestly, there are, I have used those terms before, and never thought about it until just recently that that could be insensitive, you know. Um, but honestly, one of my ex-boyfriends, because look, most of my boyfriends were dark chocolate, honey. One in particular, to this day, that's like our little we have code names for each other. I just put it that way. And my code name for him is Chocolate Drop. So sometimes he'll say, "Hey, CD says hi," or something like that. He'll refer to himself, because I call him that. He calls me something else. And I would call him that. And he answered. So back to that thing, it ain't what they call you, it's what you answer to. He answered every time. And now he calls himself that, honey. So, but I get it. I get it. I get it now. I do. In the A, and I feel classism is bigger. Yeah, classism is, it's big. When my aunt told us the story, we were like, nah, I did. Oh, you're talking about yeah. Yeah. And that's the other thing. That oldest child, they keep him out the light, and they say that's why. Yeah. My son didn't know this race until about 7, and he knows he's mixed and knows he's brown. My 4-year-old kept saying she was white, and I kept telling her she is not because she's a light. Now, I'll be honest. Okay, I got a story. These kids are kids, and that's the thing about it. The kids aren't really thinking about this stuff. It's what we teach them, right? It's all of this is learned behavior, learned, thinking. And I will say that my son used to say that I had to, this went on for a while, okay? Because my son is very, very stubborn. I wonder where he gets that from. No one can talk him out of his ideas. I'm better, but he might have gotten a little bit of that from me. And I'm trying to be better about that. But he, as a little thing, okay, would be like telling people he was mixed. You're not mixed? Yes, I am. You're white and daddy's black. And I'm like, no, okay. No, sir. I am black. You're not black. I mean, we would have full-blown arguments with 5-year-olds. That's stupid, okay? But he'd be like, I said, well, what are you? He said, Grandma and I are brown. Daddy is black and you're white, So, child, these kids, they just doing the best that they know how to do with what they looking at. But the fact that they're talking about it is mainly because, they hear other kids talking about it, or they're seeing stuff. I don't believe in labeling biracial children. Black and white isn't the only biracial possible. Absolutely. Exactly. Each individual needs to embrace what they prefer, and hopefully both sides of their right. And well, here's the thing, and I love to refer often to Halle Berry's situation, but she said as a little girl, her mother is white. She's biracial. Her father is African American, her mother was Caucasian. And she said that her mother took her in the mirror as a little girl and stood next to her and said, "What do you see?" And she said, "I see a white mom." She said, "Well, you are a black girl who happens to have a white mom. And this is how the world is going to see you." And my thing is this: if you don't prepare your children for that, and see, here's the best thing about a biracial child, they have the benefit, if in fact they're because every white person who mates with a black person isn't always pro-black as you would like them to be. Doesn't mean that they don't have some racist tendencies. I know people don't want to believe that, but it does happen. And sometimes it's not necessarily intentional. But I believe you do your child a disservice if you don't explain to them how the world will see them. Now, that's just one part of who you are. It does not speak to your ability. It does not speak to your intellect. It does not speak to the level of success that you can achieve, but it may determine how hard it is for you to do it. And if you don't set your children up, I think a white parent who loves their child, their biracial Black child, they need to have that conversation. And the benefit of being biracial in that moment would be having that white woman who can move in the world as a white woman can, and come back and teach you some things about how to deal with her people or his people. That is the benefit of it. That is the privilege of it. They can tell you how to maneuver through these, because let's be clear, you got to know how to move in different circles, right? Doesn't mean you abandon who you are. I don't think at any moment Jay-Z has not been Black, but he's got a lot of white friends and he's moving around in a white world, whether people like it, or see it or not. And he stays true to himself. He's had to figure out how to navigate in this world. And if you have that tip and you're paying attention, you're doing much better than the rest. My opinion, if the slave masters wouldn't have slept with the slave, right, there would not have been so many skin tones. Exactly. And they were doing that with their Native American people. They were doing that, definitely doing it to us. And I mean, what's funny with I always think it's funny that Thomas Jefferson and Andrew Jackson, right? They all had there are all these Jacksons and Jeffersons in the world. I'm not saying they don't exist, because obviously they have to, but I don't really know offhand any any white people with the last name Jefferson. And I don't know any white people with the last name Jackson. I'm not saying they don't exist. I'm saying it's not as common. And I think that's weird. Don't y'all think that's weird? Now we know why that Jefferson and Jackson, where they got that last name from. But what happened to all the white folks that had that name? What happened? I'm just wondering. In my home, it's more about our heritage than our skin color. I'm Haitian. My husband is from Europe. What part of Europe again? I think we talked about this. You know what? Let me ask you this, Brooklyn Star. I have a really, 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 really good friend. She is a beautiful dark chocolate girl, just gorgeous. Okay. She's married to a Bosnian man. She says that whenever she goes to Bosnia, because they're not used to seeing Black people at all, she becomes a celebrity. People walk up to her. They walk up to her and take pictures. It's like paparazzi. They're snapping pictures. Their kids come up and ask, can they touch her? Can they take a picture with her? And she said first she was like, oh, this is cool, okay. And then she said after a while, it becomes very uncomfortable. It's crazy. And I have another friend who would go to Japan and had the same experience as well. So, yeah. Mm-hmm. Hey, her daughter. Mm-hmm. Her daughter. Girl, you already know. Her daughter. Hold on. Hi, her daughter. How are you, boo-boo? Did you read my last message to you when I sent you a message on Instagram? I hope you read the last thing that I said to you. Just so we're clear. Hold on one second. Hold on one second. All right. I'm just saying what I'm saying. Hi, Carrie Ray. How are you? Okay, guys, I'm sorry. We got so off track. I was telling you that I had, and it's already an hour and 15 minutes. This is how people can sit out here and talk so long. I had no idea. We were just shooting the shit. Did I read that one? Now I can't help what's pleasing to my eye. I love it. That's right. Girl. Now, you know what's funny? Look, that is totally my preference. And so again, I'm being transparent. You know, I had my son. I was very young when I had my son. And so I did not marry his father. His father and I are family to this day. His father is married. He has other children. Um, we spent Christmas together. Okay. He, his wife, and all the kids and me. Okay. We spent Christmas together. We are family. Um, but I mentioned earlier that, you know, my son's father is chocolate, and I told you most of my boyfriends in the past have been dark chocolate, you know, but not all, you know, so it's not, everybody has a preference. My ex-husband, not chocolate. As a matter of fact, my ex-husband is probably more like my mom's complexion, like a medium brown, you know. So yeah, we all have our preferences, and that is mine too, sis. Aisha's my girl. He's from Slovenia. Okay, now okay, it's the old Yugoslavia, Bosnia, part of that. Yes, when I go, they stare. They do want to be in your space. Do they ask to take? They don't ask to take pictures. She has literal footage of people walking up. I feel like they were treating her like a zoo animal. That is so effed up. It's so jacked up. Ooh. Anywho, I love that co-parenting is possible. It doesn't have to. No, no, no. When I tell you, to be quite honest, I have always been tight with like my son's father's parents, his sister. Like his parents would come, and this is after we broke up and everything. Honey, his parents would come in town because we lived in different states. His parents would come in town, stay at my mom's house. Think they did when they wanted to come see their grandparent? I mean, see your grandchild. And my mom and his mom would talk on the phone every week for hours. Okay, talking about us, talking about the kids, and then talking about life. And I just love. What is this? Hide this old helmet. Strap on. What? Spelled backwards is no parts. Oh, what y'all talking about? Did I miss something? I guess I missed something. So yeah, but I bring all that up to say, so he is married with kids. His wife and I don't use this word loosely at all. Okay. His wife and I are friends. Do you hear me? Friends. I talk to her more than I talk to him. She's the one who was like, you coming here for Christmas. And when I got there for Christmas this year, they were like, you come, this is the new tradition. You're going to be here every single Christmas. Okay. So I guess I'm going to be there every single Christmas. But no, I love her so much when I tell you, and you know why I love her? Because she loves my son. If you love your child and you want what's best for your child, you hope that your ex-mate will have a partner like the one mine has, okay? One who is going to look out for your kid. And here's the thing, the beauty in all this, she's a prime example. And I don't want to tell her story, but because she was once a stepchild and she didn't like how she was treated as a stepchild, she vowed long before she got married that she would always make sure she was ever in that situation that she would never treat a child the way that she felt that she had been treated. So we do have a wonderful relationship. I love her. She is my friend. She literally is my friend. Because now we can talk, girl. We don't even be talking about, we be talking about what we want to talk about. And I stayed in their home, y'all. I was in their home and stayed in their home for 5 days. We cooked together. We shopped. We cooked. We played. We had a good old time. And we get on the phone like girlfriends. I love her. And you guys will probably meet her because I really want to interview her probably around Mother's Day. I've been thinking about that because what I've said over the years is that Jada Pinkett Smith and oh my God, I follow her, Sheree, Sheree Zambino, I think that's the name she goes by. The relationship that Jada has with Will's ex-wife is the relationship, or what that appears to be, is what I have with my son's bonus mom. Yep. Funny story. We were over there one time and we were by a port city and somebody started screaming. It was a slow person. So never, oh God, they got scared, girl. But I guess, you know what? I guess in all fairness, and especially you're saying this person was mentally challenged. So I guess if all you've ever seen in your life or white folks or people who look like you, I guess if it was a town of black people who were all the same complexion, and then one day you see this white person show up, it could probably be startling if you had never seen one before. But I'm surprised that they don't even see it on TV. Like, what TV are they watching over there? It's very interesting. Anywho, let me go back. Okay. So I had said earlier, we came on here and I was going to say something about the Cardi B thing. But what I will say is, and I'll just pull this up real quick because I don't know. Hold on. I'm going to share my screen real quick. So we're changing topics real quick, just so I can, I don't forget, because I kept saying I was going to pull this up. Where's it? Hold on. Window. What did I do with it? I'll close that window. Hold on, y'all. I got too much stuff open. Let me read your comment while I see it here. My father-in-law was so embarrassed, but I started laughing and lighting the mood. Yeah, he probably wasn't. He probably loves you and loves all the kids, and doesn't, he's probably hurting for them. Like, when you love folks. Oh, December baby. Oh, thank you. Look, I'm not afraid to talk about hard topics. I just want to have, and I'm not afraid to disagree with people. I just don't like how people disagree with one another sometimes on Facebook, on YouTube, or in social media. I think if you can have the hard conversations in a sensible manner and you can be passionate about what you're talking about, I think if we really want to gain a better understanding, we got to talk about the hard stuff and we got to look at it from different perspectives. And maybe when we walk away, we take a little bit of this and we take a little bit of that, and find a new way of thinking, or maybe we double down on what we've always known for ourselves. In either case, I think it's important that we have the discussions. And honestly, like I said, the way I feel today might not be the way I feel 10 years from now. I may have a new experience, that causes me to have a different perspective. Yeah. So that's kind of the stuff I really want us to focus on, when we're here. Yep. Thank you, December baby. Look, I wanted to bring up this document, y'all. Since we here. But okay, there. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Yes. Share. Okay. So hopefully you guys can see my screen. Hold on. Yes, you can. Perfect. So I'm going to read to you this document. I got this from Infamous Sylvia. Infamous Sylvia gets all the praise, honey. She spent the money to get that doggone transcript. I want y'all to know this was not cheap. Sis and her channel, her supporters chipped in and paid $1,500 for this bad boy. Show did. And I'm not mad at her. And she was kind enough to share it with me. Or not this, but the transcripts. But this is the injunction relief. This is what Tasha K's side has submitted in response to the fact that Cardi's actually, you know what? Let me look at something real quick, because you know what? Let me unshare. Hold on. Because I want to double check something, because she may have sent me the injunction letter as well. That's the defendant's response. Okay, let me look at yes. Is it this one? Okay. So bottom line is this. Here, I'll share this screen. Please, guys, if you wouldn't mind, please like this video. And if you wouldn't mind also, if you wouldn't mind sharing, I'd appreciate it. I really need to work on my my hours, my watch hours. So the more people we share this with, and the more people come over, hopefully the more people stay longer, and I can get my watch hours in. But let me, I can't share that one while I'm sharing this one. Hold on. Let me make sure this is the right one. Okay, so this was the document that was originally submitted, I guess, to the courts from Cardi B's camp. And it's saying, I represent plaintiff, which is Cardi B, in the above captioned action. And it goes on to say they're over 18. Attached as Exhibit A is true and correct copy of a screenshot taken from the defendant, Tasha K's, YouTube channel, which features a prior tweet from the Unwind with Tasha K Twitter account on November 8th, 2021, which was literally right before the trial, right? And or a couple months before the trial. And then attached as Exhibit B is a true, correct copy of a tweet from the Unwind with Tasha K Twitter on January 26th. I declare under penalty of perjury that the foregoing is true and correct. So bottom line is this. Okay, those are the exhibits that they submitted in. The first tweet is okay. This tweet is from November 18th, 2021. Okay. We live tonight at 10:30 Eastern, 3:30 a.m. UK. I apologize for the lateness. However, my say has been full. We got major wine tonight on Mrs. Herpes B, Young Jock, and more. Stay tuned and get your drink ready. So that was what she submitted in November. Then the second one came literally after the trial, after Cardi, after Tasha K did her, well, it wasn't an apology video, obviously, but the video that she did after the trial, when she announced, what was going on and how the machine was trying to tear her down and she's a victim. This is a tweet that she sent right before that. No lies were told. Oh, this is after that speech. No lies were told on anyone. I never admitted to lying about anything. No one threw anyone under the bus. Mostly everything reported was a lie from the inside. The court transcripts will be available to the public soon. I forgot to add this to my speech. Read them. Well, I got news for y'all. Infamous Sylvia, she gonna read them. Okay. In fact, tonight at 9 p.m., go to Infamous Sylvia's channel, because they are doing a full-blown reenactment of the trial, reading the transcripts. And that's going to be interesting as heck. She did a little excerpt from that day, which was the second time Tasha got on the stand, and she was, agitating the attorney that was cross-examining her. And she was acting like she couldn't remember anything, or she didn't know anything, or she didn't understand anything. And then she was lying about things. They did a snippet of that, and that was interesting. but they're going to read the whole transcript. So go over to Infamous Sylvia's channel and make sure, and let me actually, I'll tag her in here. Infamous Sylvia. Let me put her channel link in here. Please check out her page. Please sub to her and go check her out at 9 p.m. tonight. They're going to go through the trial transcripts, honey. She paid that $1,500. She's going to make it worth it. Okay. So she's a sweetie. Really a nice person. Let's see. I've been taking a step and a break from the beat. Yeah. We all have the right to change our perspective. It's growth. Absolutely. And I also know that there are things that, again, like I said, I know that maybe the way I feel about things I shouldn't feel, but they're there. And I'm hoping that one day I won't feel certain things, and that does come with time, evolution, and growth. And you got to be open to it. Mm-hmm. Yes, $1,500. Okay. Now she is selling the transcripts for 10 cents a page, and I think there's 1,500 pages, something like that. So it's like $150. Okay. It's a lot because she got the transcripts directly from the court reporter. Okay. She wasn't playing games. So, Shawty, no shade. I'll just wait for you. I cannot. Hi, Shawty. You silly. But isn't that interesting? Oh, so let me read the response. So let me just say this. That was, I probably should have read another document first, which was the actual injunction request that they want placed on Tasha K's. Let me stop sharing. That they want placed on Tasha K's account. Let me look at that one. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh. Is that it? Oh, I'll just read this. Basically, it says, I represent Cardi B in the above captioned action. It says that they're over 18. They've attached the exhibits that they want as proof. Okay, that's that one. Got that one. And then I think the injunction, yes, right here. Okay, I can share my screen with this. Share screen. Window. Tab. Bam. Okay. So this was the injunction that Cardi B submitted in. Plaintiff Cardi B, because I don't know how to say her name, her whole name, respectfully submits this brief in support of her request for a permanent injunction against defendants Latasha Kebe and Kebe Studios following the jury trial and verdict in this action. Plaintiff filed this action because the defendants refused to stop targeting her with harmful and disgusting lies. For over 3 years, defendants repeatedly and knowingly published false and defamatory statements that plaintiff engaged in prostitution, the plaintiff has herpes and HPV, and that plaintiff uses or has used cocaine. The plaintiff appears in a particular video engaging in a debasing act with a beer bottle, and that plaintiff committed adultery. The verbatim defamatory statements published by defendants and admitted at the recent jury trial in this case included the following. So basically, these are the statements that Tasha K has said. There's a lot that you spilled. You said that Cardi B is a prostitute. She was a drug user, cocaine and Molly to be specific. She has herpes. And she asked that to Star Marie Jones, and Star Marie responded with yes. And it says, Kibi says, you said that Cardi B prostituted. Jones says, yes. Was this Cardi's first time prostituting that you know of? Jones said this was her first time prostituting that I know of. Yes. So I guess it's a bunch of these statements, and I'm not going through all of them, but we know what she said. We saw the videos. We know what she said. Even though defendants were told on multiple occasions that the abhorrent things that they were publishing about plaintiff were untrue, and even though they admitted that they knew they were untrue, defendants refused to discontinue, remove, or retract the defamatory statements. Indeed, despite the filing of this action and the receipt of multiple cease and desist letters, defendants' harassment continued throughout the years-long litigation. As defendants purposefully persisted in repeating defamatory statements in order to upset plaintiff and drive traffic to the defendants' platforms. So let me just see if I can skip down to what they are actually asking for. Then there's the statements over here about them not being able to pay. Was that it? That thus incapable of compensating plaintiff for the harm they caused, or if the defendants have fraudulently moved assets during the pendency of this litigation to make it more difficult to collect the judgment, because then the damages awarded cannot serve its intended deterrent effect. Ooh, so they're trying to say that now Kibi is saying she doesn't have anything. So defendants have already boasted as much. Kibi has said, what? I'm like 600,000 in, but let me tell you how this was a blessing though, because can't nobody else sue me. And even if they do, hold on one second. Because ain't nobody else sue me. Can't nobody else sue me. And even if they do, I ain't got no money. We've got estate lawyers. We've got everything motherfucking thing. I ain't got shit in my name, bitch. Oh, where'd she say that? I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that in that interview. I didn't think I heard that. The guest said trust. And Kibi said, exactly. Good luck with that. You know what I'm saying? People will back away. Oh, she's got a trust? Oh, let me just, okay, let me leave her alone. And you can research it like that is the biggest blessing. Oh, so this is why. Where is this coming from, though? What video is this? Yo, okay, I'm caught up, and I'm not looking at the chat. Are y'all watching this? Okay, wait a minute. I cannot. Hold on. I cannot be spending my coins on that. Well, honestly, I think that she was raising money. Her people, cashed that. They donated to get it. So I hear you, child. I don't think she was trying to do that necessarily. When Tasha K came with that presidential speech, I knew Cardi wasn't done. Oh, no. And see, mind you, what's interesting to me was the night before the judgment came out, that Sunday night, Tasha K went live and she was still talking about cold sores. She was subliminally hitting Cardi B about the same stuff again. So let me go back over here real quick. I should change my title, I think, because I don't know. I'll add Cardi B to this. But I'm trying to see what so basically what she's saying is, or what Cardi's attorneys are suggesting, is that Tasha K is making all these comments about she ain't got no money and nobody can do anything to her and they can't touch her and she has a trust and blah, 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 this and that. But, yeah, she thinks that she's good because of that. Wow. But the fact that she's talking out loud about it, it's not smart, especially when she knew that this was still pending. I guess there was another video on 8/25/21. Even if they did sue, bitch, I ain't got but $1 to my name, bitch. What are you going to get? Wow. Wow. Always bankruptcy, B. to everybody who was like, well, what are you going to do if she wins? What do you mean? What am I going to do? What do you do? I'm going to pull a 50 cent on that B. What are you talking about? Well, she can't do that. Bankruptcy is not an option for Tasha K. So see, even then, to this is what's interesting to me. That was all stated in August of last year. This is almost 4 years into this whole process. And this is less than 6 months, well, about 6 months away from the time that the trial actually started. To hear that she's speaking like this, to suggest that she's going to pull a bankruptcy if she were to lose, that tells me that A, she's not having proper conversation with her attorneys. And B, her attorneys didn't prep her properly about what, I'm not going to say what they didn't do. All I know is what she's saying suggests that her attorneys have not educated her on the fact that she cannot file bankruptcy when she has done this with malicious intent. And she admitted on the stand that she did these things with malice. And so no insurance company can pay for it because she had malicious intent, and no bankruptcy will allow her to do it for this type of situation. So, yo, that's crazy to me. Uh-oh, I skipped one, sorry. Whoever is about, yes, Black Brooklyn Star, they are foolish. Tasha K needs to just sit her butt down and humble her no good hearts. Child. She said she got some I ain't got it t-shirts, child. I knew that. I knew somebody was gonna brand that. She doesn't come across as a woman who listens well. Yeah, she doesn't listen well. In fact, I know she doesn't listen well because if you're listening to her interviews, she will ask a question that the person already stated earlier on. They already answered that prior to her asking it. It's really interesting to me sometimes. Now, mind you, these last few interviews, though, I thought were really good. That one the other day had me gagged. I'm going to do a whole video on that video. I'm surprised more people aren't talking about it. That interview she did with Sean Stockton's ex-spiritual wife, if you will, that was an interesting conversation. But back to the subject at hand. So I'm trying to get to the part with what they are asking of the court. I might have to go back through this. I literally got this right as I was going live. So I need to find out what they are asking for specifically. Okay. Plaintiff seeks a permanent injunction that is not worded more broadly than is necessary to address the defamatory statements that were the subject of this action and that were found defamatory by the jury in this case. Specifically, plaintiff is only seeking to require defendants to remove any videos and posts that contain the defamatory statements from their social media accounts and to enjoin defendants from republishing those same statements. In other words, hold on one second. In other words, the proposed injunction will only affect speech that has been found defamatory and thus is not subject to First Amendment protection, which is consistent with the federal and state constitutions and the weight of the authority of this issue. Okay, that's fair. I don't understand what the big deal is. She wants the channels and the Twitter and whatever else. Oops, let me oops, y'all. Let me get this off my screen. Y'all see what I got? Actually, ain't nobody sending me nothing. Hold on, y'all. Let me go to the other document. The other document. So the other document is from Tasha, I mean, not Tasha K. Yeah. Tasha K's response, basically saying that at the conclusion of the jury trial in this case, the court orders the parties to research and submit a memorandum detailing the applicable law on injunctions for the court consideration in advance by April 1st. And then it must be noted that during the entire pendency of this case, plaintiff never requested a temporary restraining order or preliminary injunction. So I guess she's trying to say that they didn't ask for it before. Entry of a permanent injunction is appropriate only in clear and urgent cases where there is vital necessity to prevent a party from being damaged and left without adequate remedy. I don't really understand why this is such a big deal for her. Plaintiff must prove that she is suffering and will continue to suffer irreparable harm, which entitles her as a legal right to injunctive relief. So the conclusion of this, I'm just going to read this last paragraph, says plaintiff, actually, I can share this. Sorry. This part right here says plaintiff has the burden of establishing that there is a vital necessity for a permanent injunction and that without one, plaintiff will continue to be damaged and remain without adequate remedy. Even though the court has great discretion when deciding whether to issue an injunction, the defendants doubt that the plaintiff can satisfy her burden of proof. Well, I don't, because she had a whole person, a whole let me share. She had a whole person that a whole doctor basically that said that Cardi, that all of this stuff caused her stress and harm. So how is it that you think it caused it once, but if you continue to hit her in the same spot, that's not going to hurt her too? Ain't that crazy? What you think of her husband? What will become of her husband? Do you think he will leave her or stay? Look, they've been together almost 20 years. I think she said like 17 years, something like that. You can't partner with somebody that long and not be on the same page with them, regardless of how, even though, you may handle certain aspects of the business and I handle other aspects of the business. The truth is we together make the business. We together are doing this. And if I'm doing something, you're doing it too. If you're doing something, I'm doing it too. So I think, honestly, he knew what he was doing the whole damn time. So I don't know that he will leave her. I always tell people, it's easy to say, oh, so-and-so is married to such a nice person. I can't believe they would partner with that person because it appears that their personalities are different. The truth is they are partners. They are on the same page. They know what the hell is going on and they know what they're doing and they know what they can't do and shouldn't do. And I even think that was a strategy on the stand when he said one thing, called her a liar, and she did the same thing. I think, I don't know what the strategy was, but I think that somehow, trust me, that was not a surprise to either of them. They did not show up in court that day and decide they were going to dog each other out. They talked about this. They knew what they were going to do. I don't know what that was going to accomplish, but I still think that, they're on the same doggone page. That's right. They are like-minded. They are probably one and the same, but he knows how to he knows how to play. He's a lot more subtle than she is, I bet. But there's nothing she's doing. He can't be sitting right there taping the stuff. He's in charge of the production. He's right there with her. He's cueing her from time to time. She's looking at him at time to time. They are in it together all the way. And if he wanted to take that damn video down, he knows how to do it. Let's not get it twisted. He could have taken videos down. They knew what they were doing. Well, anyway, y'all, let me get off of here. I can't believe I came out here for 2 hours. I said I was going to come over here and ramble. I didn't have an agenda at first. I was just going to come and talk, tell y'all about Infamous Sylvia, talk about Five Babes Live that I really didn't catch. I'm going to go back and listen to the whole thing. We got on our own subject. Y'all done told me Kiki talking about me, Lord. So let me go. Let me go see what else is going on around here. Let me get some work done before this day is out. And Sarkonos, how you gonna come late to my party? We leaving, girl. We leaving. Yeah, y'all have a great weekend. I am gonna make a point to come out here and go live, y'all. I've been saying I'm gonna go live every day. I haven't been live since last week. Isn't that terrible? I'm gonna do better, and I'm gonna try my best to be more consistent. Man, I know, Sarkonos, we've been out here an hour and 50 minutes, and here you come. Here you come. But I love you. I love you, Sarkonos. A mess. You have a great weekend too, Real Master. Yes. So I'm going to get on out of here, y'all. I enjoyed talking to you all, and I look forward to seeing you again real soon. Okay. Love you guys. Bye.